Done it again, haven't I, everybody? Done it again. I've gone in with the good evening, and my mute is still on. Hope that everybody is well. Big up to all of you for a daily transfer update show. Something tells me this is going to be a very busy window across the world of football. Tottenham Hotspur in the first 48 hours of the window are very, very heavily involved as always, we are heavily involved in something, whether it's rumours, conjecture, actually things happening. So let's have a look, shall we? Today, on today's show, we're going to have a look at what the likes of Ornstein and Romero are reporting, the likes of Sky Sports News. We've got stories of Eric Dier moving away, Tanganga possibly going to Luton. Jadon Sancho is wanted on loan by some Championship and League One teams. Serge Reguilón is coming back to Tottenham Hotspur and going straight back out on loan, according to Fabrizio Romano. Radu Drăgușin, apparently the deal is like, it's there. We can see it already. It's there. And we're just waiting for it to happen. Also, I've got to put my heating on. I'm going to be honest with you. Tell you what, I think as I'm getting older, I've got turned into one of them people that's like, oh, it's cold, even when it's not cold. You know what I mean? So I'll do that. Before we do anything, come on, people. Everyone knows the rules. Smash that like button. Smash the like button. And please subscribe if you haven't already. The link is in the chat to subscribe. And it is pinned as well. We'll start having a look. There's some more news in terms of Pape Matar Sarr with his new contract. Off the back of Doggy's new contract. There's talks about there was talks about Tungo and Ndombele. What's he going to do? Is he going to come back and get any game time? Is he going straight back out on loan? Is anybody finally going to buy him off us? I can't see it, but hopefully they do. So lots to go through. Let's start by having a little look, shall we, at some of the things that Fabrizio Romano has said. We'll start with Tottenham Hotspur, and then we'll look at some other stuff. If we look at what Fabrizio Romano has said, here we go. Let's have a look. So you can see here that his pinned tweet, and has been for 4 days now, is Tottenham Hotspur buying Radu Drăgușin. He's also commented on this many times. If we scroll down, we'll go past some of the other things. We'll come back to them a bit later. West Ham in the news, AC Milan in the news, Monaco in the news. Lots of talk from Ancelotti at Real Madrid today. Napoli in the news, Genoa again. There we go. Another one with Monaco. Here we are, though. Officially confirmed. We knew it was happening, but now it has been officially confirmed that Pape Matar Sarr has signed a new contract until 2030. So which means he's here for another 6.5 years. June 2030 means 6.5 years. And as Romano has gone on to say, that is the second one after Destiny, a Doggy. So let me know what you feel about that. How are you feeling? Pape Matar Sarr, great to be getting the players lined up, right? Great to be getting them signed up for the foreseeable future. Thank you to the person that just subscribed. If anyone else would like to, please do. And smash the like button. Only 38 likes, 104 of you in here. Smash the like button. If we move on from Pape Matar Sarr, I'll bring it up. I'll talk about it and let you lot put some comments in so that we can go through them. Straight underneath that, just an hour ago, Tottenham under-21 talent Jadon Sancho could leave the club on loan in January, as he's attracting interest from Championship and League One clubs. Sancho has had a great start to the season with 12 games, 9 goals and 5 assists so far. So some impressive numbers from another one of our young players. We know they're not going to be given a chance yet in the first team. So it does make sense, right, for them to go out on loan. Does it? Should they? Shouldn't they? Let me know what you think. For me, I think that you know, it's difficult to know how good a player is until they go out on loan. You've had Troy Parrott, who's had multiple loans and not really done anything. Dane Scarlett's had a couple of very difficult loan spells. First at Portsmouth. Yeah, Portsmouth. First at Portsmouth and then at Ipswich this season. So Jude Bell, can he go out on loan, find some form, grab some goals, really hit the headlines? Let me know what you think. What do you know about Jude Bell? I've seen one game with him playing. He looked good. I'm not going to go overboard. He looked good. He looked like he had an eye for goal. Obviously came through from Chelsea. So again, another one of our youngsters where we're talking about going out on loan, performing. So that's Scarlett, Parrott, Judson, Bell. You've got other youngsters such as Devine out on loan. Donnelly, will he go out on loan? Ashley Phillips, Dorrington, Santiago. What's going to happen with some of these younger players? Are they also going to go out on loan? If we then look at, where are we? If we then look at, it's this page, isn't it? Yeah, then we go down for more Spurs news. It's like we're dominating the transfer headlines in day one and day two. Fabrizio Romano said that Serge Reguilón, he said earlier in the day that he was expected to return to White Hart Lane. Always going to call it White Hart Lane. I don't apologise for that, by the way, and I'm aware it's not called that. I said Serge Reguilón expected to leave Spurs again during the January transfer window as he wants to play regularly. Loan options being considered. There's interest from Premier League clubs after Borussia Dortmund added him to their list in December. Race remains open. So there's a lot going on there, right? First of all, it's the news that Serge Reguilón is coming back to Tottenham. Then it's the news of he's expected to leave again. Then it's loan options being considered, and that's Premier League clubs. And then you've also got Borussia Dortmund chucked in the mix. So a lot of stuff going on with Serge Reguilón as well. For me, I think it's about time he needs to leave. I would let him leave permanently. He was part of a process, if you will, under Jose Mourinho, where not a lot of thought was gone into what we were going to do long term. For me, I don't think he's quite good enough. I definitely don't think he's good enough to play in the Ange system. Too hit and miss, been here too many years, and another one of those players where how many more chances are they going to need before we realise that we should cut our losses and probably try and make some money from them. But other than that, let's have a look at what else there was. 2 hours ago, I mean, this was like the fourth post that Romano's put out today on Drăgușin, has said Radu Drăgușin has accepted all details of the Tottenham contract proposal as personal terms have been agreed, as revealed last week. Despite public statements on new deal, he's now waiting for Spurs. Spurs and Genoa remain in talks to get the deal done very soon. So as far as I'm aware, that is all the Tottenham news from Fabrizio Romano. I'm just looking to see if there was anything that has come in the last few seconds. Not for Tottenham. No. So if we remove that, a lot going on there. A lot going on there, people. So straight away, we've got Reguilón, Pape Matar Sarr, Judson Bell, Drăgușin, lots of noise in and around Tottenham, and you get the feeling that Johan Lang, Paratici, if he's still there, all of those guys are going to be very, very busy at Tottenham Hotspur Way in the next month or so. Let me just get to a few of your comments and say hello. Sorry, I didn't mean to be so rude. Big up to Mark Cook, channel member. I hope you're doing well, my friend. Mark, do me a favor. Tell all these people to like the show. 52 likes. There's 164 of you in here. We should be on 100 likes. Masere said, hi, wanted to know the latest transfers. Well, listen, there's a lot going on. I've got a feeling a lot is going to happen this window, with especially outgoings, with loans, sales, contracts being ripped up. Already seen Lloris go. There's talk of other players as well that I'm going to bring up very, very shortly. And let me bring that up now before we go into talking to people. Here we go. If we look at the Spurs Express, they have said, they have shown from James Ollie, from the reporter James Ollie, that Eric Dier has been told he can find a new club this month with his current Tottenham contract set to expire this summer. West Ham are among the clubs monitoring the situation, whilst Dier's former club, Sporting Lisbon, have been credited with having an interest. I'm really keen to know what everyone thinks. Why would West Ham want him is my first question. But, I mean, I'm not bothered. Wherever he goes, he goes. More importantly than that, is Eric Dier treated too harshly? He's been here a long time. Is he treated too harshly? Does he deserve a bit more respect for the loyal for the loyalty that he has shown the club? Does he deserve more respect? Are we too harsh on him? Is it just a case of that he's just not good enough and he's outstayed his welcome? Sporting Lisbon coming in for him, apparently. West Ham monitoring. I said it in a video I did earlier. I don't understand the West Ham links myself. They've got Mavropanos, Ogbonna, Aguerd, and Kurt Zuma, and they only play a back four. I mean, I can't see in any shape or form why they'd need him. But if they want to take him off our hands, be my guest, take him off our hands. So let me know what your feelings are. Let's look at some quickly before I come to all the chats. Let's have a look at some of the other transfer news that is in the world right now. Let's have a look at Fabrizio Romano. He's the king of the transfer news, isn't he? Let's have a look. So Fabrizio Romano said, understand Thursday will be the Gabriel Moscardo signing day at PSG. So PSG going for another young Brazilian player, Moscardo. He said that AS Monaco and West Ham are finalising a deal for Thilo Kehrer. Obviously, Kehrer came in from PSG. Looks like he's going to go over to Monaco with a £500,000 loan fee. A detail still to be clarified there. AC Milan advancing in talks to sign Hellas Verona's talent Filippo Terriciano after positive meeting with his agent. And by the way, the reason I think it's important that we all look at this and go through this is so we know who the foreign players are. We know the players in the other leagues rather than just always concentrating on our own club. I think it's very, very important to know what's going on in the world. Then you've got Olympiacos and Monaco have just signed paperwork for Gelson Martin's permanent deal. Monaco are going to receive $3 million fixed fee and will also keep 10% sell-on clause. So there we go. Gelson Martins is going to be joining Olympiacos in this window, or has joined them. There you go. The picture is done. Ancelotti is saying that they won't buy a new centre-back in January. Lots of people saying that they probably should with the injuries that they've had to Rudiger and to Alaba, both out with long-term. I believe they're both ACLs. Just trying to remember everything off the top of my head here. He's gone on to say that Pascal Mazzocchi will undergo new tests as a new Napoli player tomorrow, joining on a deal worth more than $3 million. Will join from Genoa. There you go. Join from Genoa. Will join Genoa on loan from Napoli. So Napoli will buy him and he'll go on loan to Genoa. So Napoli seem to be quite busy. There's more confirmation of Thilo Kehrer, Pape Matar Sarr, as we talked about, Sun Sobel, Serge Reguilón, Drăgușin. And Napoli will sign another new centre-back, Sparta Prague's talent, Martin Vitic. So born in 2003. So what will make him just 20 years of age. Remains among options being considered. Napoli, this is the interesting bit. Napoli asked Genoa about Drăgușin last week, but Tottenham are advancing to get the deal done as revealed. So that's quite interesting to know that there were other clubs looking at Drăgușin after news today that Man United were apparently looking at Drăgușin. Fabrizio Romano said that Ancelotti has confirmed that Cruz, Nacho, and Luka Modric are all out of contract in June 2024. and he talks about the future, and he's talking about younger talents like Endrick coming to the club. Off the back of that, you have got Girona manager Mikel on Alex Garcia and Barcelona interest. He said, I feel that Alex won't leave us. And if you haven't seen Alex Garcia play, he's a very good player. He's a really good player, and I can understand why Girona wouldn't want to lose him. But when Barcelona come calling, they normally get their man. And the last bit I'll bring you is Luis Enrique said he will continue to do what he's always done with Kylian Mbappe. Obviously, there's going to be huge speculation in the next month about Kylian Mbappe. His contract comes to an end in the summer. He is one of the world's best footballers, and the conversation is going to be, where does he end up? We all know that Angus thinks he's going to end up at Arsenal, but there are going to be a lot of clubs that want to sign him. I can imagine that all of the big clubs in world football will want to sign him. So hopefully, so I'm knackered now. Hopefully that brings you right up to date with where we are with all of today's transfer news so far. I'm not saying there won't be more news, but at the moment, so far, in the last 7 minutes, Fabrizio Romano has not posted any news. I've got Romano here. I've got Sky Sports there. I'll try and bring you as much as I can. Let me go through some comments. Smash the like buttons, though. Got to smash the like button, people. There's 198 of you in it and 78 likes. That's less than half. Can we go on a like party right now? And also, can we get a couple more subscribers to get to our... Anyone remember today we said we want to get to 12,150, 12,146. Can I get 4 more of you very generous people to smash that subscribe button? And I'll try and keep the energy for you. It's there in the chat. Big up to MV Joker Davis. Sean Smith is in the house telling you to smash the likes. Pure Nige, big up. Nige. How you doing, man? Hope you're well. Josh is in the house. Jessica in the house as well. Smudger in the house saying Drăgușin and Illing on their way. Another 6-foot hitters heading in with our other 11 6-foot players. Yeah, height is a good thing, right? Yeah, we talked about Sarr. I'm waiting. I'm going to get some more comments about Sarr in a minute. MV Joker Davis saying, you think this will be another VDV? Personal terms agreed, but Levy won't fork over the money. I think he's got it right. It looks by all intents and purposes that this is going to be a deal done in the next day. It's Tottenham, it's Levy, you never know, but I do think that we'll get it done in the next day. Get the fraud Arteta out of my club has said, do you really think that Arsenal have a better squad than Tottenham? It's a tough one. I think both clubs need to do a lot more. I'll let the chat answer that. Eddie, do we need him for cover? If we bring in Drăgușin, you've then got Van der Ven, Davis, Sessegnon, and a doggy who can all play left back. Do we really need him for cover? I don't think we do. I would sell him. I would or loan him with an option to buy. Let's start getting some funds in so that we can start looking forward to the summer. Reggie could be going to Borussia Dortmund. Yeah. Drăgușin will be cover along with Emerson, I believe. Well, I can tell you this immediately. He'll be straight in the team, and it's up to him to keep his place. I think, again, Jessica, we've got to stop talking about cover. We've got to start talking about rotation and not cover. I think it's a small club mentality to talk about, oh, well, does he play? Is he a sub? All of that kind of stuff. Thank you to the one person that just subscribed. Can we get 3 more of you? 224 of you in the house. Can we get 3 more of you to do that? That would be absolutely amazing. Having a little bit of a resurgence in the last week or so. Going to grow this channel. Going to bring you some great content every day. Martin said, could we send Cess out on loan, but tell the loan club it's Reguilón they're getting? I'm not sure that it quite works like that. Gamecock N, a channel member, has said, hey, if OGC Nice had told us 60 million for Tapsoba, can this be a problem for Man United getting him? Do you mean Todibo getting him? They need to pay market price, or how does that work? I don't know. Look, you've got Sir Jim Ratcliffe, right, owning 25% of Man United, in charge of sport operations, and he owns OGC Nice. I don't know. Is the deal as big? I don't know. That will definitely be one worth watching. Yeah, I don't know. Big up Ryan, another channel member. Hope you're well. Just in case you wondered, Ryan, I know you're normally with me for the watch-alongs. Tonight we'll be doing West Ham versus Brighton. Should be a good game of football, that. No, Angus is missing in action. He's been missing for 48 hours, 24 hours. No. When did Arsenal lose? Yeah, he's been missing for 48 hours. Where are you, Angus? Let us know you're okay. George, channel member, said Angus update. He'll return when Arsenal return to winning. Sure. Yeah, next time Arsenal win, he'll be in the chat talking about Mbappe again. Imagine Mbappe watches Arsenal and thinks, that's where I want to go. Eralas said, knowing United, they will pay like 100 million for Tapsoba. No way we're competing with that. Listen, Man United need signings, right? Man United need signings, so I expect to see them move in this market. Gary is saying he's too lightweight. I think he's talking about Serge Reguilón there. Might be wrong. Reguilón could do great at Brentford, I reckon. Isn't there left back Rico Henry? I would rather Rico Henry if that's the case. Absolutely. If you're enjoying the channel, click the like button, guys. We're going to have 2 shows for you minimum every day, the 10 a.m., the 5 p.m., some videos and any watch-alongs as well. So always here for you. Anyone that's ever feeling a bit lonely, you're always welcome to come, join in, join the channel, watch me, and have a good old football chat. Thank you to the other person who's just subscribed. 2 more. Come on, people. Where's the generosity? 2 more. Big up to Dan G. Hope you are well. Smudger has said Spurs are chasing Champions League position and he knows our best players are coming back. Of course, it's a done deal because the team don't have a chance of Europa Cup. Listen, if we're talking about Drăgușin, I think it's a done deal. They're probably just trying to get all the paperwork sorted. That's my hope anyway. Mark Cook has just said, no, Dier is cack. Okay. Big up, Bill, channel member. Hope you're well. William has said, Levy needs to buy a League 1 or 2 club to loan out players where they can play the same system. Maybe hire Mason as manager. I love that. Like a proper Tottenham B club. Yeah, and get Masons. Yeah, why not? Justin has said, hope these deals are wrapped up soon. I think the biggest indicator to see if we're moving seriously or not. Bang on. I said earlier, Justin, I want to see Drăgușin in that team against Burnley Friday night. No messing about. Do you remember we did it with Van der Ven? Signed, in immediately. No messing about at all. Johnny Morgan has said, with Gallagher deal looking to be off the table, what do you think about a buyback of Kyle Walker-Peters? Could be an easy move to help with homegrown issues. I think Kyle Walker-Peters would be a good option in the squad for that right side. He looks like he's getting better as he's growing, as he's getting older. Is he good enough for us? I don't know. I watched him the other night. He looked good. Get championship, so it's difficult to tell. But why not? Uncle Disraeli said, reckon Moyes could get more out of Dier for their style of play, but he's no good for us. Quite possibly. I just don't think he's as good as what they've already got. I reckon they've got 4 better than him. Marcus said Dier should have gone years ago. Absolutely, Dier should have gone years ago. Absolutely. And Uncle Disraeli just saying, do the likes. Absolutely do the likes. 265 of you in it and 110 likes. Come on, people. These are Darwin Núñez and Richarlison conversion rates. Ryan said West Ham have loads of defenders. Yes, they do. Let me just quickly check. There's so much transfer news going on at the moment. I'm just going to quickly check that my man Romano's not chucked anything else out there. He hasn't at the moment. Let me check with Ornstein. And Ornstein hasn't put anything out for 3 hours since Serge Reguilón. And I'll just see whether or not the Spurs Express have reported anything else. Let's see what they've got. 3 minutes ago, they put the talks with Genoa over a deal for Radu Drăgușin are progressing well. Here we go. Here's some interesting news. Well, it's not really interesting news, but let's have a look at this. The Spurs Express have said this. Can you see that? Hopefully you can see that. Christian Romero reached out to an Argentine commentator who criticised Ange Postecoglou after the Tottenham loss to Brighton to defend his manager. Romero said that for as much as the team may take risks, they will eventually be rewarded, and the team is a family that can compete for something. I don't know if that's news, really. Radu Drăgușin's agent apparently has said this. If Tottenham comes to an agreement with Genoa, then we'll sit down and talk. His dream is the Premier League. The last meeting lasted 3 weeks. Let's wait to understand how they negotiate. The last meeting lasted 3 weeks? Am I reading that correctly? Let's wait to understand how the negotiations go. It says Italy. There is also interest from Milan, but we need to talk to Genoa. It costs 25, 30 million, Naples. They've never contacted me. That's interesting. That's interesting to read. Other than that, the Pape Matar Sarr news that we all knew. And then obviously that Fabio Paratici, according to Matt Law, will continue to assist Tottenham. And despite the arrivals of Scott Munn as Chief Football Officer and Sporting Director Johan Lange. So lots going on today. News being pumped all over the place as far as Tottenham Hotspur are concerned. But the key thing for me is we can have all the news we want. At the end of the day, we need to see a signing. We need to see Drăgușin in, ready to play at the weekend. Erolasa said, we went out in so many cups because of Dier and his lovely partner Sanchez. Joshua says, Savva, I think Kera is leaving on loan, so if they need homegrown, they can happily take him. Is Eric Dier homegrown, though? I always have this conversation. I don't think he is he? Mike said, Eric deserved no respect. It's a bit harsh. Spurs fan base paid top money to watch the team, and it's been no value of money for years. But, I mean, that's not his fault, right? He's as good as he is, and he's only as good as he is. He gets picked by the managers. Surely he deserves some respect, and we say, listen, you're not quite good enough, but thank you for what you've done for the club, don't we? Bit harsh. Would rather have Reggie at cover than Yusuf Sessegnon. Yeah, but you've got to remember you've got the homegrown issue. Yeah, you've got Ben Davis. When the centre-backs are back fit, Ben Davis will go back to left-back as cover for Udogie. Van de Ven can play left-back. You don't need 5 left-backs. Where are we? Hashtag bring back Luka Modric. Bang on. Yeah, get back in Luka at the age of 40 or whatever he is. What a class act he is. Mike Mateo said, with Sanchez, Dier and Lloris gone, with more, and the deadwood is getting less and less by each window, starting to take shape. Well, it's got to be every window. You're right. It's got to be every single window. New players in, old players out. I don't know if you've realised, right? I don't really do sentiment with football players or football managers. So when people go, oh my God, you don't like this, you don't like Gio, you don't like Tangam, it's not about liking them. It's just I've got no sentiment for them. I want what's best for my football club. They don't care about me. They don't know about me. I don't care about them. I want what's best for my club. Aaron Lawrence, hope you're well, my friend. Said massive big up, Savva. Hope you're good. Hope you're well, my friend. I really, really do. Joshua has said Drăgușin is also 25, also cheaper, 20 to 25 million pounds, I believe, will be announced tomorrow. I think it will be announced tonight or tomorrow as well. Martin H is saying we cannot blame Dier for him being piss poor. Blame the managers for picking him. Lot to be said for that as well. Get the fraud Arteta. I love this account name now. Get the fraud Arteta out of my club. I think Ange is more proactive manager than Arteta. I would agree with that. You've got to be happy that Dier's going. Listen, for me, I'm just happy that we're upgrading. For me, it's not anything personal against a particular player, but he's not good enough. He had some good times at Spurs, but they feel like a very long time ago now. Daniela Stewart said, yeah, Van der Beek went to Germany on loan yesterday. Another player leaving the Premier League going to Germany. Joshua, me too. I would sell both of them for sure. Video complete. Sofiana said, big up Savva. Would you take Van der Beek? That's probably why Daniela said this. There's no question to be answered there because he's already gone. Tyler, I'm doing very well. How are you, my friend? Started a brand new fitness plan today. So just trying to get used to not eating the same crap that I was used to in the last month and gone back to getting fit. So I'm all good. Tad bit hungry, but this is like the 6th pint of water I'm having today. Good. Big up. Ryan, I know you'll be there. Big up to you. Anyone else that does want to join. Jason Fitzpatrick has said, stop talking about other clubs. No, Jason, I'm not going to listen to you. It's my YouTube channel. I can talk about what I want. Why can we not talk about other clubs? Can you imagine if we were only allowed to talk about Tottenham Hotspur? What a world we live in. What a... Savva, how dare you talk about other clubs? Oh, the world is funny. I'm not going to lie. The world is very, very, very funny. So I'm just trying to set up a little redirect. If anyone would like to join us later, I say join me later. I'm going to be doing Brighton versus West Ham. For anyone that hasn't joined one of these before, they're quite relaxed because when it's not your own club, you're not that bothered. You could just enjoy the game. Loves music. Big up my friend. I said, evening all. Happy New Year. A signing in the first few days shows intent from the board. Big up. Loves music. Hope you're well. Rico Henry injured out to the summer. Makes sense. That now makes sense. Thank you for that. Dr. Tottenham has said, Savva, what do you think of Somerville? 20 million release clause, and he's tearing it. I like Crescencio Somerville. I think he's a good player. I would definitely get him in. I've seen us link with him before, not recently. And my man, Matt O'Reilly, has just scored again as well for Celtic. There's been some transfer news. Let's just check out what it is, see which club it's regarding. Here we go. There we go. Look at this. This is an interesting one. It doesn't involve Tottenham, so please don't all get super, super excited. But there we go. This is what Romero is saying here. That Man United related, Borussia Dortmund have made a fresh approach to sign Jadon Sancho on a loan deal from Man United. Discussions taking place, but it depends on Man United now. Accept loan or it won't be possible for BVB to proceed. Borussia Dortmund working on Sancho and new left back. So there you go. Possibly Serge Reguilón and Jadon Sancho going to Borussia Dortmund. Interesting one. So they haven't got the funds to buy him. But Jadon Sancho is obviously having a lot of issues at Man United. He's fallen out with Ten Hag. Let me know in the chat. What do you make of that? Is that a good move for Jadon Sancho to go back to obviously where he played a number of years? Let me know. It's all happening. I've got a feeling we're going to have a lot of good shows this month. Paul has just said Wolves are crap. That's a bit harsh. Wolves are on fire at the moment. Brian Gibson has said, I'd also go for Tosin and let him finish the season at Fulham, then come to us in the summer. I'm going to be honest, Brian. I agree with the first half of your sentence. I get Tosin, but I don't want to buy players and then leave them somewhere. We need a squad. We need a squad. You need Van der Ven, Romero, Drăgușin, Tosin Adebayo. That will do me. That will do me. Get the fraud. Arteta at my club has said your left and right backs and midfielders and your number 9 is better than us. Look, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, I guess it will all show at the end of the season, right? It will all show. Ash7, big up, bro. Said he won't be here for Burnley, mate. I've heard the plan would be for him to be in attendance. It's disappointing to hear, but makes sense. Makes sense. Aaron J, big up. Aaron, I said, would you take Sancho for left wing? Guys, an interesting one with Sancho. I get the feeling that Jadon Sancho would probably do well under Postecoglou, getting his arm, having an arm put around him. And I would, yeah, and possibly put Sonny back to Jadon Sancho, Sonny, and then a right winger. Yeah, I probably would if it was on loan. I can't see it happening in any way, shape or form. But yeah, I'm not enamoured with our wingers. I think everyone knows that. So yes, I would. Paul, he's just... I love that. He called Wolves crap just to see if Ryan was paying attention. Brilliant. GBC fan is here. Big up to you. I said Wolves don't suck, but you know what does? Jadon Sancho. Well, there you go. We know that he doesn't want Jadon Sancho. Big up. Sorry, just quickly before I go to Ash7, I said his agent has chatted so much waffle this whole saga. Oh, God. Do you remember the days? Do you remember the days when a player used to sign, you didn't know anything about it, and then, boom, the deal was done? Now we have great big sagas. And Aaron going on to say his agent talks a bit much. Might be a problem in the future. Yeah, keep an eye on that one. You can see it if he signs with Spurs and then 2 years down the line, someone tries to sign him. He's going to be saying a lot of stuff, isn't he? But yeah, interesting. There's a lot going on. There is a lot going on. Big up to Judge Mo, Footy Judge Mo, one of my favourites in the community. Judge Mo and I are planning a new show for you guys, well, once a week with myself and Mo. We might get one other guest on each week, but we'll just be chewing the fat for all football. Says Savva, Spurs might be on something with the centre-back thing. He can play on the ground, great in the air. Next is an attacker, and you are good for top 3. Judge Mo, putting Spurs top 3. Big up. Thank you so much for the super chat, Mo. I appreciate that. You didn't have to, but I really, really do appreciate that. Hennessy, welcome to X. Mate, I'm not an X. This is someone else's account. They just let me look at they just let me use this so I can look. I don't post. It's not my account. I just get to look at Romero and the likes of Sky Sports. I don't have an X account. Never having an X account. No. But big up Hennessy. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you so much, Footy Judge Mo, for the super chat as well. Very much appreciated, gentlemen. X. That's definitely not me, my friend. Definitely not me. No. Been there, seen it, got the t-shirt, hated every minute of it. Even though I did make the X, negative fan 11. I mean, I've said I think Tottenham can get 4th. I don't know when that became negative. I don't know how we've got to the point where if you don't think Spurs are winning the league, you're called negative. Madness. We had fans saying that we're getting relegated in the summer. Yeah, he's not homegrown. I didn't think so. Came through the ranks at Sporting Lisbon. Quinny has gone on to confirm that the Dier isn't homegrown. Training Portugal for the age. Absolutely. I didn't think he was homegrown. Big up, Ian. How you feeling? I know you've not been feeling great. I know you've got the long COVID symptoms. Hope you're feeling better. I try and remember everyone. I try. Hard work. Rodney said, Savva, stop talking till the lights go up like those people's statues on the street that don't move till the money goes into the pot. If I just sat here like this, wouldn't be very good, would it? Wouldn't be very good. We wouldn't get a lot covered. Oh, my missus just messaged to say that there's no trains out of London at the moment. Oh, well, I'll just stream for hours on end. DMB forever. Big up to you. This is where I'm at, right? Loads of fans keep getting me wrong. When I say things like, I would sell Reguilón, I would sell Lo Celso, I would sell Tanganga. I'm talking about raising funds so that when we get to a summer transfer window, we're not all going, oh, we've only got 30 million. We've raised funds. Clubs make money by selling players. Lee Adler, big up to you, Lee. How you doing, my friend? Yeah, I like Drăgușin. I think he's young. I think he's going to need a bit of time to settle. Hopefully people don't do that thing they normally do where you sign a new player who's young and they expect the world of them in the first 5 games. But yeah, I've got no problem with this as a signing at all. He loves defending, and that's what I think we need. Big up to everybody in the chat. Let's smash those like buttons. There's 334 of you in here and only 155 likes, so less than half the amount of people to likes. Half the likes to the amount of people, rather. And if anyone hasn't subscribed, please do. Let's smash this target. Let's get to the 13K mark as quickly as possible, maybe by the end of the transfer window. The link is in the chat. It's also pinned. Tyler has said, Dier deserves 0 respect. He has done nothing but hurt the club. And after that Portnoy clip of him laughing. Party clip of him laughing at our trophies. Oh, I think this is a bit harsh for me, Tyler. I think this is a little bit harsh for me. Come on. I feel like we're being really too harsh there. Big up James Harrison. Says, Savva, thanks for your content. Is it just you now on it? Yes. Perchy has just started a brand new channel. Perchy's going to kick some backside on his new channel called In the Dugout. Please go and subscribe to Perchy over there. Joshua said, what's your fitness goals, Savva, for me? I'm going to start bulking. Hope it goes well. For me, I want to lose a stone. I want to get back to the weight I was when I was 21. I know I was hoping for a lot because I'm now 41. and I want to get a little bit more cut, not ripped. I just want to look in shape. So I've got a little way to go, but we'll get there. The West Ham Brighton watch along, GBC. I know you're going to be there. You're probably going to take the piss out of me. You're going to be there. You know you're going to be there. Then you're going to be telling me that everyone of Brighton and West Ham's players are rubbish. Come on. We know each other by now, GBC, don't we? Big up to you. MV Joker Davis said Dortmund is trying to get... Yes, they are indeed. They are indeed. Where are we? Sorry, I won't be able to get to every comment. You know me, guys and girls. I really do try. I really do try. But at the moment, there's so many comments because there's so much going on in the world. Big up James Watts, who just chucked in a little super sticker there. Thank you so much, James. We always appreciate that. By we, me. I always appreciate that. So thank you very much. But you will never find me asking for money. It's not my style. I only ever I ask for likes and subs. And obviously, channel membership is available. If anyone would like to be a channel member, then just ask. But thank you so much, James. I do appreciate that massively. Aaron has said, from what I've seen of Drăgușin, he's got Van der Ven and Van Dijk combined about him, e.g. pace, power, 6'3", very comfortable on the ball. Depending on who you talk to, Aaron, depends. Some people are telling me he's slower than Dier. Some people are saying he's quicker. The game I watched him, I didn't watch him and think, oh, you're really slow or you're really quick. I don't know. Maybe I didn't pay enough attention. But the games I've watched him, I've never really thought about it. But I'm gonna watch him. GVC fan, can we stop bigging up championship players? Which championship players are we bigging up? Are we talking about Carl Walker-Peters there? Z Gould said, Savva, you confident for the Man United game? Happy New Year to you. Blessings coming your way. Happy New Year to you as well. Blessings to you. Am I confident for the Man United game? Listen, it's so far away. I want to see what type of team we can put out first. Injury, suspensions. And Man U, look, we saw they just got a result against Villa, so I don't take anything for granted. But I would, I said draw earlier. We'll see. We'll see. Joshua, don't worry. When people say to YouTubers, you forgot the super chat, I haven't forgot it. It's all there, mate. I can see it, but thank you. Can't see it. D&B Forever says, should we sell Dane Scarlett? I don't think you need to sell him. For me, I think the difficulty is because my understanding is this. Someone in the chat will tell me if I'm wrong. My understanding is that because he played for Spurs this season in the League Cup, that cameo appearance, then played for Ipswich, he can't play for anyone else because that's 2 clubs in 1 year and you can't play for free. So that seems like it was a bit of a mistake playing him in the League Cup. But I would definitely in the summer be getting him out to a League One club and hoping that he can score some goals. Because obviously he's had a couple of very difficult loan spells, hasn't he? He's had some very, very difficult loan spells whilst out with other clubs. Gambling, big up to you. Hope you're well, my friend. Said, interesting, we're looking to loan out Jude Sunsop-Bell. Not sure if you watch the youth games, but he's underrated. I've seen a couple and he looks good. As I said earlier, you never know sometimes because of the opposition or was it a one-off game, but I wish him luck wherever he goes on loan. Hopefully, though, it's somewhere where he can hang on. Sorry, I won't bring it up on the screen, but Fabrizio Romano has just said more on the Jadon Sancho story. He's keen on Borussia Dortmund return as he considers this option as ideal to find his best form. Borussia Dortmund and Man United are now in negotiations over a loan fee and salary coverage. Dier, green light from Jadon, waiting for Man United. So it looks like Jadon Sancho is going to be heading back to Borussia Dortmund on loan. Good luck to him if he goes there. Video complete, Sofiane. Where are you seeing this? Where have you seen this? Let us know so we can have a look. I haven't seen it anywhere. I haven't seen that anywhere. So let me know. Let me know where you've seen this. It'd be great to know. Oh, mate, as I said, it's not my account. It's not my account. I literally can't stand the place. I just need it during transfer windows for Fabrizio Romano and Ornstein, etc. Get the fraud etc. out my club. Says, Savva, do you remember back in the days when to read up about a transfer, you had to go on to teletext? Absolutely. That's how I remember seeing that Spurs had signed Jurgen Klinsmann. I have been watching the darts, yes, where possible. I've been watching the darts, seeing little Luke Littler going through. Dr. Tottenham said, if we could swap Roden for Summerfield, I'd give him a go. He looks like a proper left winger that would fit our system. I agree. I would definitely do that as well. I truly, truly would do that. I like Crescencio Summerfield. I think he's seriously underrated. I think he's a good player. And thank you to whoever did just subscribe to the channel. I really do appreciate you. Let me know so I can say thank you. Rock Tat said Sweden international Matilda Winberg signed for Spurs ladies. There we go. Some ladies transfer news there for you. Yes, that's why In the Dugout was recommended. In the Dugout is Perchy's channel, flying solo, and I wish him the best of luck. My YouTube channel, I love that. I love that as a name. My YouTube channel. Imagine if Spurs kept Harry till January. Yeah, I think the difficulty is he didn't want to be here. I know a lot of people didn't want to believe that, but it's very true. He didn't want to be here. And listen, we wish him well. Does anyone have the link for it? Has anyone got the link? Hang on, let me find the link. Hang on, I can do that in the dugout. There we go. In the dugout. There we go. Oh, hang on. Where's In the Dugout? Boom, boom, boom. Let's have a look at this. There we go. There we go. If you could get over, if everyone could go over and subscribe to Perchy's new channel now, that would be absolutely amazing. You might have been subscribed if you had FHTV clips or you subscribed to Perchy before, but there is the link. I've just put it in for In the Dugout. So please do subscribe to Perchy there and show him some massive love. Savva 41 is the new 18, I heard. Not so sure about that. But big up, and we are nearly at 200 likes. Smash those likes up, people. Twisted Complex said, Dier a great servant, but like a lot of our players, left 3 or 4 seasons too late. For me, Twisted Complex, that's what I want to see us improve on moving forward. I want us to stop having players 5 to 10 years that don't work out. We've done it with Lo Celso, Sessegnon, Ndombele. Joe Rodon's been here a number of years now. Serge Reguilón's been here for 4 years now. You know, when these players don't work out, move them on. But we don't. Brian Hill's still here. You know, I think Højbjerg and Skip have been here too long. You know, I mean, Tanganga's been here forever. Ben Davis been here forever. I think at some point we've got to, you know, we've got to be better at getting those players out and upgrading them to better footballers. Big up Minerals. Hope you're well, my man. So big up Savva. Would you take Marco Reus? I'd take Marco Reus. God, there's a name I haven't talked about for a while. I don't think I would now. I think I would have a long time ago. Good player, though. Big up Paul Shepherd. How you doing, man? I said, yes, back solo. That's what we signed up for. Big up to you, my man. Oh, yeah, doing adult stuff sucks, doesn't it? But listen, you crack on with your adult stuff. Big up to Mario 2012, very valued channel member that helped build the channel. Subscribe and click the like button. Thank you. Yes, please do. As we're trying to move towards the 13K. And we're nearly at 12,000. Well, we'll hopefully get to 12,200 very soon and keep moving forward. Jessica has said, do you know what? You're the third person today who's asked. So I will show you. There we go. Hang on. These. There you go. The A10 Astros. A10 Astros. They're gaming headphones. They're very comfortable. They keep my ears very warm, very good with the good sound and good noise protection as well. So absolutely get them if you can. Harry Winksray, Georgie Wotton for LCFC. You love it. You absolutely love it. He's probably talking about guys like Jack Clark. Okay, I mean, yeah, like Jack Clark for me is a championship player, right? A good little footballer. Should never have been bought by Spurs, but it is what it is. Yes, this morning, Wayne Rooney was sacked. So there's been a lot of news today regarding transfers, manager stuff, talks of Frank Lampard going to replace him. Savva, what's your prediction for the darts later? I haven't even seen who's playing, to be honest. I've been so football centric all day. Let me know who's playing. I'll let you know who I think is going to win. I'll probably get it wrong, so don't use it as a bet. It's written on the Spurs web. I can't even remember what we were talking about now. Was this, remind me what we're talking about now. Killian Kenny has said, Savva, Todibo or Gallagher, Yid Army, Happy New Year. I mean, they play, are you asking who I'd rather have? Very, very different positions. Very, very different positions. Where are we? There we go. Ed M has said some good trivia that Noel Hunt, the ex-Reading and Island winger, has a pub called The Dugout. Let's just quickly check to make sure that for this last 5-10 minutes of the show that we haven't missed any transfer news. I don't think we have. So far. But listen, who's excited? Are we excited what's going on? You know, getting in Drăgușin early doors really does show a difference in the way that this club is working. But as I said, it's going to take more than that to convince me that we're changing as a football club. Don't diss Gil. I'm not dissing Gil. I just don't think he's good enough to be here. Does anyone... Let me ask. Right, let's have a chat. Let's have the chat. We always get one person like this. First of all, don't diss Gil. Interesting there. Who here would like Brian Hill to stay at Tottenham Hotspur? And who here thinks he's not good enough? I'm not a gamer, unfortunately. I'm not a gamer. I don't play any form of games, no. How much are these? I can't even remember now. I don't know. 60 quid, 70 quid, 80 quid? I can't remember. I'm so sorry. Really, really, really sorry. Can't remember. GBC fan is not excited. Right, let's have a look. Let's get some comments about Brian Hill. Hill is crap. I think that's a bit harsh. Gil, too lightweight. I think that's very true. Gil is too weak. Gil not good enough. Okay. John George has said Tottenham are weighing up a summer move for Wolves, 27-year-old. I would take him all day long. I can only imagine how much he would cost to put off Levy. As my understanding, Ryan Griffiths will probably tell us, is that he's just signed a new contract at Spurs. Annetta has said, hi, Sav, any thoughts on why Spurs are still talked about like paupers when it comes to transfers? I agree. Listen, don't get me started on this. I never, ever understand. When people are going, oh, well, we can't pay 45 million for Todibo, we can pay 30 million for Drăgușin. I don't understand it. The club is cash rich. I don't know why, but hey, it's the way we're run. It's always been the way we run. George has said, just get Drăgușin in. Anything is good at this stage. He's a good player, George. He's a good player. Gil is technically gifted. I just think he's the wrong profile for our style of play. I don't assign to this whole thing that the Prem is so strong and everyone's built. I think the Prem is full of fairies that go over very, very easily, if I'm brutally honest. But Gil will be good in Spain. Chris wants him to stay. Can I ask you a question, Chris? In the last 3 or 4 years, what have you seen from Brian Hill that makes you say, yeah, I want him to stay? I'd just be intrigued to know. I've never watched him and gone, oh, yeah. You know, neat, tidy. Technically, he's good, but I don't really see any end product. I don't see any drive, any power. I don't see any real... I don't know. I just really don't know what he is. I don't know. Not for me. Ask Hill to hire a strength coach. Yeah, Hill is good for the Spanish league. Well, okay, fair enough. People just say exactly what they think. Technically, he's average. Cessis Gammy Hammy, love that name, has said sell. Okay, so we want Brian Hill to be sold now. Gil is very talented. No end product, needs to play in another league. Interesting. JS has said Gill promising talent, but one of the few fringe players. By the way, sorry if I have done this. I'm sorry, really, really quickly. I feel like I'm so sorry. Thank you, Daniela, for making me aware. Yes, you are 100% right. The watch along is scheduled for 7:45 and the match starts 7:30. That means that my watch along is meant to be scheduled, for 7:15. I will change it right now. Daniela, thank you very much. Without that, I would have turned up and missed the first 15 minutes of the game. So 7:15 is the time that I will be convening. Thank you so much for that, Daniela. 7:15 for the watch along for West Ham versus Brighton, and everyone is more than welcome. Adam has said, Mauler has said Todibo asking price up to 60 million and would take an entire month. Yeah, that's of course. That's why Daniel Levy's not interested, right? But it does go to show that we're not going to be buying first choice players. We're going to buy someone next down in the pecking order, right? Not saying there's anything wrong with that, but that's how it is. Mud FC has said loan Hill out to a good side and league, then sell when the stock is high. Interesting. Tottenham has said something like Soldado, good everywhere in England to lost. I think I'm going to stick up for Soldado here. Anybody that watched the Spanish league will tell you that Soldado played in a front two, right? And he was the guy that needed to be in the box. The flick-ons went to him and he scored goals for fun. He came to Tottenham. We played him up front on his own and made him run the channels. And I never understood it. I'm talking about it so much at the time. Chelsea did it with Shevchenko. Brought him in, made him run the channels. And it was like, this is a goal scorer. You don't play them in the channels. Do you guys, Arteta, 0 cups in 3 per season. Do you guys want Arteta? No, no, we don't. We're all right, thanks. You keep him. I love that. Thank you for asking. It's very polite of you to ask. Keep subscribing, guys. Got another 10 minutes to go. Guys and girls, smash that subscribe button. The link is pinned and I just put it in the chat again. And we now are on 206 likes. So big up to absolutely everyone. And let me know if you would like channel membership. Marty Lowe said, I think we should try for Dybala. Lots of debate about Dybala. I would definitely have him. Quality footballer. Chris said, as Lo Celso's recent performances, I don't think he's been that good. I thought the other day he got a great assist, but other than that, his all-round game was awful. I thought he was poor when he came on against Brighton. I thought he was poor when he came on against Everton. Postecoglou doesn't see him as a first-team starter. So nothing's changed in my mind. 5 years. I think if a player's been at a club for 5 years, you've got your answer, right? You've got your answer. 5 years, not always first choice, loaned out. Not for me. Not for me. Savva, would you take? Yes, I would take Raspadori from Napoli. I would definitely take Raspadori from Napoli. Absolutely. I agree, Roxat. I agree. You have to get him in the box. You have to play him with a big man that's going to do the work, flick on the ball. Mark is asking about Jota on loan. I would be happy with that. I think most people would. I don't know. People. I won't speak for anybody. Jota on loan. Anybody? Where are we? Mark said absolutely correct about Soldado. Listen, I watched so much of him before he came to Spurs. And I just thought, when I watched how we were setting up with him, I thought, this is not his game. We're asking him to do things that he doesn't do. It's pointless buying a player like that. It's like buying Jermaine Defoe and pumping balls long up to him when he's not that tall. You know what I mean? It's just, very true. Keep Lego head. Bill has said Soldado got no service. It wasn't Soldado. It was the manager's tactics. I agree. He was a phenomenal goal scorer. Rock Tap has said, Ko Ikatura, Japanese centre-back from Borussia Mönchengladbach, we are keeping tabs on. Keep hearing his name. Keep seeing that we're mentioned with him, so it'd be interesting. If we're going to talk about only buying young players, then no. But, if somebody said to me, you've got him for 2-3 years for experience, for goals, for assists, I'm all over it. But, hey, it is what it is. What phase are you guys in? We don't know. We've not given ourselves a 5-phase plan. Ben Salah Yusuf is saying that Bakayoko is the answer. Yeah, good player, Bakayoko. Very good player. I'd like to see him on our wing. Absolutely. Acid T Win said, loaned out by a manager who sucked. Loaned out by a manager who didn't rate Basuma. Just in my honest opinion. Listen, 5 years though. I'm sorry, 5 years. I've seen enough of him in 5 years. Postecoglou doesn't see him as a first team starter. When they're all fit, he's sitting on that bench. For me, I'm not bothered. If he goes, he goes. I think we're so sentimental about players that haven't worked out. Small club mentality for me, I'm afraid. Adam wouldn't complain about Jota at all. Ash7 has said, when you score, you make Tottenham sing Jota on the wing, Jota on the wing. Every time you're on the ball, we know there's going to be a goal, superstar from Portugal. Ash, I have no idea how I'm meant to read that out or sing that, man. Scottish League isn't much better than the Championship, so I wouldn't bowl with Jota. I mean, Virgil van Dijk came from the Scottish League. There's a lot of players in the Scottish League I would take. Yeah, exactly. Maddison went and played in the Scottish League. Yeah, absolutely. Let's have a look. Harry Barry Spurs says, at the end of the day, a striker's meant to put the ball in the back of the net, and so I did not do that. Yes, but a striker needs to be played in the right position to put the ball in the net. Unfortunately, every time you watched him, he was up front on his own, running the channels. There's more to it than that. Here we go. Lo Celso's had 3 managers that played anti-football. Good player, wrong managers. If you say too many injuries, I agree, but Lo Celso can play 2 assists, 2 goals against City and Villa. Fine. I'm not asking you to agree with me. I think he's okay. I don't know. Listen, Matt, unfortunately, the comments I see you put in the chat, Matt, I feel you are one of those people that really likes, we seem so sentimental about players. I don't know about the most of you. I've seen this guy for 5 years. I watched him before he came to Spurs. He's okay. For me, I would get money and get better. But we don't seem to ever want to cash in and buy better players. Our fans just want to keep what we've got. That's fine, but then don't want to win things. I've got bigger aspirations than a Giovanni Lo Celso. Lo Celso's been at Spurs for 5 years. I think he's decent cover, but for me, when all fit, I don't think he gets anywhere near it. George has said, yes, new manager too. Oh, that was not to me. It's not all about it's not all about first team. The season has shown. I agree, but I think that you've also got to look at what people are forgetting is his contract runs out in 18 months. For me, if a bid came in and you got 25, 30 million, 20 million, whatever, I would get it, get the funds and go again. New, fresh blood, fresh ideas. We seem to want to hold on to everyone. The things I'm hearing about Lo Celso now, I've heard for 5 years about Ndombele. I've heard about Dier. I've heard about Davis. I've heard about Emerson Royal. I've heard about Brian Hill. We heard it with Sissoko for years. We heard it with Harry Winks for years. Skip, Højbjerg. We keep saying the same things about the same players and then wondering why we're not getting better. Yeah. S-Shot said he had 92% completion rate, won 11 duels, all dribbles. Here's good bench, alternate to Maddison. I don't think he plays in the same position as Maddison, just my opinion. And I don't care about all these little stats. The game I watched, he kept giving the ball away. His passing was shocking. But it is what it is. Listen, you've got to remember, if you sell Skip, you've then got to go and buy an English player to replace him. I agree. I would sell Højbjerg before Lo Celso. My whole point is this. I'm not adverse to selling him. If a club comes in and wants to put money on the table, I've seen enough of him to know that I won't lose a single ounce of sleep if he goes. That's the thing. I think we rate a lot of very average players, and we seem to think that Postecoglou is going to turn every player into a world beater, and it's not going to happen. I've seen enough. I've seen enough for me. Only for me. People can like him, but too many games I watch. He's never available. He's always made of glass. Not for me. Didn't Villa get McGinn? Villa got McGinn from Scotland. There's good players. There's some good players there. Ash 7, Lo Celso deserves until the summer to prove himself. Let's just give him a 5th year. Let's just keep giving players 5, 6 years. Don't ever tell me you want to win things if you just want to keep the same old players. The big clubs don't do this. The big clubs constantly moving their players on, getting new players in. Spurs fans just constantly want players who have done nothing for years to be given another chance and another chance and another chance. It's fine, but then they tell me I'm negative. I want better. I'm striving for better. Well, do we though? Because some of the players that we seem to want to keep. Listen, we've been doing this for 5 years with Ndombele. Even in the summer, Matt. Oh, keep Ndombele. Postecoglou could get the best out of him. Oh, Yulon. I don't know. Keep Dier. Keep, we want Royal to play in games. We Skip and Højbjerg. Like, top clubs don't talk about players this average and hype them up. We do. It's why I don't think we're going to win things. It's why I don't anytime soon anyway. And I hope that Postecoglou wants better. I really, really do hope that he wants better. Yeah, sure. But what? So every manager he's had to date has been the problem. It's nothing is about him, his injuries, his style of play. Look, sorry. Harry Kane's played for these managers as well. Class players turn up. Class players show they're good. Sonny's played for these managers as well and looked good. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not buying into this, that it's just the manager. We always say that when a player doesn't work out. He has played under Pochettino. He has played under Conte, Jose, Mason, Nuno. I mean, I don't even think he's done that great this season under Postecoglou. But hey, starts to sound like I hate him. I don't. I just don't think he's that good. Liston has said Højbjerg's an okay player, but we surely want to step it up. Liston, this is where I'm at with a lot of our squad. I want to step it up quality-wise. Do you know what it is, Liston? I think for me, I'm bored of seeing the same players every year. I'm bored of Lo Celso. I'm bored of Davis, of Dier. I was bored of Lloris. I'm bored of Emerson Royale. I'm bored of Serge Reguilón. I'm bored of Brian Hill. I was bored of Winks, of Sissoko. I'm bored of Skip. I'm bored of Højbjerg. I want freshen it up. Do what City do. Do what Liverpool do. Freshen it up constantly. But we constantly want to give players 5, 6, 7 years. We did it with Lamela. Bergwijn was here for free. It's like, come on, like let's upgrade where we can. Absolutely. New blood is needed. Yeah. I can't get over how sentimental we are about all our players that have been here for so long. It's like no one wants anything to change. Agreed. Absolutely agreed. He is nowhere near the standard we need. But I'm sure you'll be seeing people going, oh, well, maybe he'll come good. If he does get a game under Postecoglou and has a good game, people will start going, oh, there you go. He's a good player. It's like, oh, my God. Like, Mo has said, good evening, Savva. Good evening to you. Lo Celso plays like Harry Winks, but a bit more creative. He's a good player if you play 4-3-3 with him being one of the two in front of a CDM. Yeah. I'm just bored of seeing him, if I'm honest. I would take Rafinha all day long for him. Ash has said, I agree on Ndombele and Højbjerg, but Lo Celso has even come out himself and said he feels more at home at Spurs. Of course he said that. I'm happy to give him more time. Then you get what you deserve. 5 years at this football club, and he needs more time to settle? Oh, no, not for me. I don't think he has been one of our better players at all. What did he do against Everton, against Brighton? Nah, not for me. Anyway, listen, I'm cool with it. But what I don't want is then when Daniel Levy doesn't go and buy players and people say, oh, Levy's not backing the manager. Well, none of you want these players to be sold that make money to reinvest in the team. I'm going to ask you now, if you want to buy players, how do you get the money? You have to sell some players to reinvest. Which players are going to make money in our team that we would sell? Because now people don't know. Like, who do we sell? You're getting no money for Lloris or Dier. Right? Who are you going to get money for? Maybe Højbjerg if he goes, but some people don't want to lose him. Skip can't really go because of the homegrown. So I don't understand where all of a sudden from last season when we're talking about needing an overhaul of a squad, then when fans like me the next season say, yeah, this one's got to go, that one's got to go, this one's got to go, it's, oh no, he's got to stay, he's got to stay, he's got to stay. Nothing will change. Nothing changes if nothing changes. I was talking that a long time ago. Just for me. I love it. This is outrageous. I don't know what is outrageous. Yeah. I'm your Savva. I appreciate coming to the chat football. Well done to all in the chat. Yeah, listen, be some good chats, right? Be some good. Listen, it's just football conversation, by the way, and everyone's behaving themselves. It's good to see. Music and Football said no club doesn't sell to buy players. No, clubs doesn't sell. If all clubs did that, they'd all be bankrupt. So clubs don't raise funds to buy players. That isn't. So are you telling me clubs don't sell players? So you don't think Man City sell players and get money? You do know Man City are now self-sustaining from their ins and outs every year. Really? You don't think there's a business that Tottenham have been sell players to buy players in? Do you think we would have got Mickey van der Ven, Vicario and Maddison if Harry Kane hadn't have gone? Come on, man. Like what? Come on. Let's not do this. Come on. Never. Minish, never. We never do. You know why? Because we hold on to them for 5, 6, 7 years. Everyone now, even in the chat now, we want to hold on to everyone. I had all these conversations with Sissoko and with Lamela. Ben Davies is still at the football club. Ben Davies and Dier have been at this club for 10 years because people can't let go. People cannot let go. Wouldn't happen at a big club. Wouldn't happen at a big club. Again, it's the first time we have a manager who appreciates Celso. He appreciates him so much that when everyone's fit, he's nowhere near the first team. Let that sink in. Dr. Tottenham said Lo Celso and Højbjerg should be sold in the summer. Right now, we need at least one of them. Sure. Just remember, both of them are going to have 1 year left on their contract in the summer. So again, it's about how much money can you make from them. Ange is happy with him and singled him out for praise. So I think, and Ange is the manager. He has to do that, right? He has to do that. Like I give up. I give up. I give up. I give up. Listen, please. It was a very good assist to Son. It was. But watch the game. Go and watch the game back, Matt, and watch how many times he gives the football away. Sloppy passing. James Maddison. Please don't mention them two in the same breath. That's a bit embarrassing for me. Sorry. Someone should do a comparison between the Premier League squads and see which team who's had the oldest squad in terms of players remain the longest. I bet you we're up there somewhere. I bet you we're up there somewhere, mate. We just literally look at City. City bringing players like Zeko, comes in, goes out. Leroy Sané comes in, goes out. Yeah. Who is it? Gundogan comes in, brilliant for 5, 6 years, goes out. Yeah, Mahrez came in, he had 4 years, 5 years, goes out. Right? None of these players are there, unless they're top players like a Kevin De Bruyne. None of these players are there for 7, 8 years. Right? Any player that goes into Man City that doesn't do well in a year, Pep gets rid of. Right? Pep gets rid of. If not a year, definitely 2 years. Right? But we don't. We just want to keep. You know. Yeah, you can't play everyone, but that's why he's not good enough for me. Get money for him and bring in better. Why don't we want better as a club? Can I just ask? I'll ask some. I'm not saying everyone. Some of you. Why don't you want better? Why do we constantly just want to see the same old faces that have failed time and time again? Come on, I just don't get it. I don't get it. Davis is a backup for left back and defence, so he is a better squad player. If we sell Reguilón and Cesc, Davis is our backup for Udogie. You've got Van der Ven that can play there as well. Don't forget, Van der Ven that can play there. Dybala is the truth for our attacking. Maybe Aston Villa would steal him. Someone will get him. Someone will get him, and he'll do really well. Someone will get him. He's a very good footballer. Let's have a look and see if there's any more news. Apparently, there's a new Drăgușin tweet. Is there? I've not seen it. New Drăgușin under for who? Was it through Fabrizio Romano? I've not seen it. I've not seen it. Daniel said, I disagree. What has never been good is our recruitment. We always used to sell for profit. Berbatov, Keane, Bale, Modric. Recent years, we've been too scared to do this due to stupidity. I think it's a mixture of all of it. I think it's a mixture of all of it. Sonny is the last remaining player that started in the Champions League final. I think only Dier is older. And may not have started in the final, but mate, listen, since then, like Hugo Lloris, who's just gone, yeah. Eric Dyer is still here. Ben Davis is still here. Yeah. Like Lamella was here for 7 or 8 years. Winks was here for 5, 6, 7 years. We just keep doing it. Matt said, our business model is different. Sit in Chelsea. We're more like Liverpool. Look at Ox-Chamberlain's. Cater stayed for 5 years and did nothing. 2 players. I wouldn't actually say they did nothing either, but 2 players. Listen, it's fine. All I know is I keep seeing the same players every year. I keep seeing the same fans say they want to keep the same players every year. Then they complain that we're not buying new players. And then they wonder why, because we've not sold any players to make any money. It's common sense. You've got to sell to buy. You've got to sell to buy. Listen, it's only me. I don't care. I don't care what anyone thinks. I think he's a good player, but for me, I think we can do better. And he's got 18 months left on his contract. If they let that contract run down and he goes for 0, it will be typical Tottenham. Daniela said, Savva, for me, Maddison is the glue to our attack. Amen. He was creating most of our chances and was somewhat involved in the build-up to all of our goals. James Maddison has been a huge loss for us. He can also retain possession. Listen, Dr. Tottenham, the difference is Pep Guardiola is a winner. Pep's a winner. He's got no sentiment for, I can't really get rid of him. He's just joined. See you later. Sané, see you later. He don't care. We're so sentimental, honestly. Maybe I'm not sentimental enough, but we are so sentimental. I remember in the summer having the conversation with so many fans going, I don't know, Ndombele could come good. And it's like, what are we watching? Like, what are we watching here? Let's have a look. Spurs Express. Let's see what they've said. I mean, Ash, cheers, dude, for letting me know. Here we go. Share screen. Spurs Express. This. If ever you've seen anything that sums up Tottenham, it's this. I don't know how true it is, but Tottenham remain in pole position for Radu Drăgușin. There is a distance between Genoa's request and Spurs' offer, which is why the deal is not closed yet. However, Tottenham are confident to complete the deal. You've got to laugh, right? Even when a player isn't expensive, we find it difficult to get a deal wrapped up. Just get the deal done, Tottenham. Get him in the squad. How much? What they're asking for 30, 35 million? I don't know. George has said Drăgușin. Genoa plays Friday. GBC fan says, Sam, why do you rate Dybala? Oh my God, they're nothing like each other. I can't. I'm going to gloss over that. I think that is absolute nonsense. I'm sorry. Dybala is elite compared to Lo Celso. His goals, his assists, his technical ability. He can play in multiple positions. Oh, wow. That's GBC. I love you, dude, but you've just won the worst take of the day. Oliver has said Pep sold one of his best players in Gundogan and Mahrez, then bought Doku, Nunes and Kovacic, and you know they're there for next year mainly. That's building a team for the future. Yeah, no sentiment. I'm telling you. Let's move on from the sentiment issue. Big Mike said, if a player doesn't want to go, what can the club do? Some players are just happy to get the paycheck, whether in the squad or the bench. Yeah, but the club can do a lot. You make them aware, we don't want to keep you. You're going to train with the reserves. We think it would be best for you to leave this club. You're not going to get a new contract. There's a number of things. There's a reason why players move every window. There's a reason why. I would love this. I would absolutely love this. Yes, yeah, I'm sure he is. Mbappe is on his way to Tottenham Hotspur. Mappin has said, remember what Ange said in one of his press conferences? We can't just have 11 great world-class players. Of course, that's common sense. In a team, it's about right character mentality. That is how it works. Said, you know about That's how it works. Said, you know about Rayato? I don't know what that means. I'm sorry. I don't know what that means. But Matt, listen, it's just a football chat, bro. It's just a football chat. It's all good. We're allowed. Do you know what I think is important? We're all allowed to disagree with each other without anyone thinking anyone's falling out. Listen, Matt, I love that you come here. I love that we have these chats. Imagine we all agreed. It'd be really boring, wouldn't it? And by the way, I'm not saying Lo Celso's a bad player. I'm not. I'm just saying if money came in, I would sell him. That's all I've said. A lot of people, including me, rate Lo Celso because his performance in the Copa America, he was genuinely world class. No, he wasn't. No, you can't genuinely be world class for a tournament. That's an oxymoron. You're not genuinely world class if it's just for that tournament. Genuinely world class means you are genuinely world class. This is, oh my gosh, absolutely crazy. Brian has said most of our attackers are breakers. We need a few more ballers up front who can keep the ball. I agree with this. Absolutely, I agree with this, Brian. Don't agree with everything you say. You don't agree with me on a lot of what I say, but I do appreciate that. I think we've got to a stage where the more that people watch me, the more I get to know them. We're all getting on the same wavelength a bit more as to how we all are. Sorry, there's so many. Yeah, Cancelo, big up, Josh. How you doing, bro? Sorry, I've been off the scene for a while, Josh. We must catch up, and I'm so sorry. I kind of ghosted you a little bit, not on purpose. I had a few things to sort out. Hope you're well, brother. Yeah, Cancelo, boom, boom. See you later. This player, boom, boom. See you later. Boom. See you later. Calvin Phillips, he'll be gone. Right? It's just what they do. Winners. For me, I love seeing a squad refreshed. I love seeing fresh faces come in, the old faces go out. Keep it fresh, keep it real, keep the people hungry. Keep them hungry. Wow, there's a lot of comments. So many people in the chat. Tottenham, I love that. Just Tottenham. I said, Man City are cheats. I don't understand why people look at the standard. Let's cheat our way to the title so they can take away a few years later in court. Well, at the moment, I think the reason they're used as the standard is because nothing's happened in court. So, secondly, the reason why they're held as a standard is they're the treble winners. They're the current European and English champions. George, I said, I told you, Savva, it's the old 2 million outline. Mate, I've got no doubt we'll get it over the, well, no doubt. I've got 99% sure that we'll get it over the line. But wouldn't it just be nice? We've been talking to them for 3 or 4 days. Can we really be that far away after 3 or 4 days of negotiations? Like, do you remember when we went out to Skriniar and was it Paratici? No, it wasn't, was it? It wasn't Paratici. It was, what's his name? Old Spurs head of scouting or director of football. What's his name? I can't remember his name. He said he didn't like transfer windows. He's gone completely. Can't remember. Yeah, we were in talks apparently about Skriniar, and then it's turned out that we were miles away on value. Savva, your thoughts on why Valise continued on during his injury? Don't know. It was a strange one, wasn't it? I don't know. It was a strange one. I don't know. I honestly don't, Josh. Yeah, mate. Yeah, absolutely. Just offer to Demo 60 million and get him 65 million and get him in. Have you met Daniel Levy? Matt Drăgușin is only 30 million euros. What are we doing? I just don't know. I really, really don't know. By the way, I've gone well over how long I was going to go for, but I'll keep going for a few more minutes. But please do subscribe if you haven't already. The link is in the chat. It would be, oh, hang on. No, that's the wrong one. Please do subscribe if you haven't already as we head towards 12,200. That would be great. Matt said, this is what I mean, Savva. Our business model is different. When you say sell with Levy in charge, it will take 2 years for Levy to... No, I agree. And that's what needs to be changed for me. I agree. I think we need to become ruthless. Yeah, you've come in. It didn't work. See you later. Now, obviously, that's not everyone. Some of the younger players need time. But I think when you're buying players who aren't kids and you're putting them in and then they're still here 3, 4, 5, you know, just for me, Liston, I said Madison is such a fun player. He also looks like he's having fun when he plays. Absolutely. I agree with that completely. quite, yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, this guy, by the time he leaves Tottenham, would have made what, £63 million in wages from Tottenham, plus the 60 million paid for him. By the time he leaves, and Ndombele would have cost this club over 120 million and given us the square root of nothing. And there's still people that want him to play for our club. But yeah, I agree, Brian. It's mad, absolutely mad. Daniela has said, you're the sixth richest club in the league. You can't afford 35 million. You don't deserve top four. Thing is, I think if you want to act like a big club, go and get it done. I think we will. But yeah, Laporte, another one. Laporte is another one. City will even sell to their rivals. Exactly. They don't care. I would love, I've said this many times, I would absolutely love Matt O'Reilly at Tottenham Hotspur. Very, very good footballer. Listen, guys and girls, let's get to 250 likes. We're 12 away. I'm going to wrap up the show in the next 2 or 3 minutes. Then I'm live again at 7:15 for Man City versus, not Man City. God, we're talking about Man City. West Ham versus Brighton. Midori has said, Man City, you can throw the money at the problem, but it doesn't mean you win. See Chelsea, United, Arsenal, City throw money and they get results. City buy properly. That's what they do. City buy properly. They've got a very, very good system. Listen, it is what it is. Jace, yeah, we know it's day 2 of the window, but like we have been in talks with him since the 29th. Like, you know, it can't be that difficult to get a 30 million euro player over the line. Listen, big up to absolutely everybody. I really, really appreciate you all coming in. We'll be back tomorrow. Well, we're back tonight for the watch along, and I will be back tomorrow for the 10 a.m. show. Back at 5 p.m. tomorrow for a new transfer update, because I'm sure stuff would have happened. Much love to everyone. Please smash the like button and the subscribe button on your way out. If we get 3 or 4 subscribers right now on your way out, that would be absolutely brilliant. Much love. Take care. And as always, come on, you Spurs, and I'll see you all at 7:15. Bye-bye.